Hey, what is the deal, YouTube? It is Craig Harris, the black man in the green chair, and I am back with another flash video. So first things first, I want to say a big shout out to everybody, all the new subs and old. Thank you for subbing. Thanks for coming here for some unsolicited content. I will start with a movie shout out. The Transformers movie, the new one that's out, garbage. It is trash. I mean, this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's so bad that they are, if you rent a movie at the Redbox, they will give you like a digital code to get like money off of it. It goes to your email. It's garbage. I mean, it is so bad. It is, oh my God. It was loud, but it was garbage. I mean, oh my God. But we give shout out to all the new subs. Like I said, the channel, we hit over 200. And I just want to say thank you so much for everybody for joining, for subbing, the people that have subbed and have gone, and some have come back. I do appreciate it. Yes, my war on Jack Reacher will continue. As long as I get invited into their podcast, I will take them on, you know. Yeah, here on my little podcast, things like that, talking to you guys, I'm not going to go in on Jack Reacher. There's no reason for me to at this point. I'm going to do I've got some news here, and then I'll go into the whole Xbox X thing and Microsoft's whole thing on 4K and true for what it is, what it's not. How I am going to pat myself on the back a little bit because I predicted Microsoft would do this with their 4K thing. But again, 4K is 4K. And so, but let me go ahead and start with comicbook.com's got an article here about Death Stranding. It is apparently in a playable mode. And they held it back off of E3. I don't know why, but nevertheless, it's there. Kojima said it's running off of the Decima engine. It does look really, really good. The reason why you have not seen Norman Reedus nor Matt Mikkelsen in any movies is because that's what they've been putting things in on this game. And the game apparently looks really well. It's running good. Again, the Decima engine is the same engine that Horizon Zero Dawn used. Everybody knows how that turned out. So, but hopefully, Paris Gaming Week. I know Sony is hosting something in Paris in a couple weeks. Hopefully, we're able to get something at Paris Gaming Week. So, and if not, we'll just keep our fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the way it is. So shout out to you guys over in the chat. Glad you all are here on this Tuesday where it is hot. To do this, I wanted to go about 12 o'clock, but I'm gonna be going to the pool. It is just too damn hot for the kids. So, but nevertheless, let me continue. So again, the Decima engine, we'll see a little bit more in its glory about how that's going to run for Death Stranding. Again, let's have to wait and see what the game's about. I'm excited about it. Moving on, I don't know if you all knew this or not. You probably did. USBlastingNews.com. The Uncharted demo, Uncharted Lost Legacy is today at 4 o'clock Eastern time, 1 p.m. Pacific time. The demo is today. This is their E3 demo. I've tried to tell people E3 technically lasts for about a week and a half to 2 weeks. There's a lot of stuff at E3 that never, ever gets seen by the public because you have to be there to experience it. So, but apparently that demo was popping off today, and I'll do a reaction video to it if people watch it. You know, I'm not going to do it live. I've never, ever done anything live because all I would do was sit there and everybody be like, what is he doing? So, but after the video, I'll come back on and maybe discuss that. And any other news that breaks today. I think there's some movie news breaking today about some casting in the Black Panther movie. I may go over that cast with everybody just so people kind of know who is in it, who's not going to be in it. All kind of rumors online, but I have their cast list. I just haven't done it yet. I don't know if you've seen the Black Panther trailer, but it is lit. It is phenomenal looking. So, but nevertheless, this is about games. So Uncharted Legacy, we're going to see how the game plays versus all this other stuff that is happening. Also, now somebody just tweeted me say something about Mass Effect Andromeda. Well, very quickly, Mass Effect Andromeda. There's the people who I follow. I mean, their websites that I used to follow. I don't follow them anymore. They spent the last month and a half damage controlling the game. Some of them didn't even do podcasts for a month, and they admitted the reason why they didn't do it is because the game basically was trash. And the same company is making Anthem, and you're taking a big risk if you think Anthem is going to be anything but that. I don't know what it's going to be. I just know it won't be out for 2 years. So, but I'm glad people are excited about the tech. So let me go ahead and move into the Microsoft's the Xbox X and what Microsoft has done with their whole 4K thing, and because a lot of people got confused by it, and that's why the Xbox community is in damage control instead of just enjoying the games that are coming out. They are in damage control, but let's go over it. They have 4K Ultra HD. They have HDR, which is the HDR10, which everybody understands, high dynamic resolution or range. The R stands for range. It can stand for resolution. It doesn't matter. There's 3 versions of HDR, 8, 10, and then you even moving into some 12-bit stuff now, 12 or 16. But the standard is 10. 10 can be done on the Xbox One S or the PlayStation Pro. If your TV supports that, you will get that signal. You have to set your TV up for that. I had to set my Samsung up differently than any other television, but that's Samsung for you. Then there's Xbox X Enhanced. So I'll start with their whole 4K Ultra. What Microsoft has done, which I call bullshit on, but this is what they've done. They're saying to them, let me make this clear, not to the DCI, that's the people who score 4K, things like that. According to Microsoft, 4K Ultra is 2160p, period. Now, they count native, they count checkerboarding, and they count dynamic. They count all 3 of those resolutions as ultra. Okay. Now understand, Sony does not do that. Sony will take native, they will separate it from dynamic, and they will separate it from checkerboarding because Sony uses the native output. Okay. So Microsoft's not doing that. Microsoft will take a game that is, 1600p, and if it's checkerboarded up to 2160p, they're going to give you the last number. Now, again, legally in the United States, you can do that. That's the same thing when you buy a television set. If they tell you that it's 60 hertz, but it's really, they'll say it's 120 hertz post-interpolation. They're allowed to give us post-interpolation numbers in the United States. All right. So Microsoft isn't lying. They're just being wordsmiths. It's us, the consumer. We have to know these things going in. So they're going to say 4K ultra high definition games because, again, they are counting native, checkerboard, and dynamic as ultra. That's what they count as ultra, which, again, is bullshit. It's wordsmithing to the 10th degree, but they're not lying about it. Microsoft is not lying about that. They legally can tell you that. You just need to understand when you're using the checkerboard, your native output resolution will not be 2160p. It may be 2000, it may be 1800p like Horizon Zero Dawn, it may be 1440p like Hitman is on the Pro, but it's going to upscale that to 2160p. Now let me explain this to you all. So if you have a 4K television, and the old subs, they already know what I'm about to say. This is more for the new subs and people that may have missed that video. if your TV is already sourcing at 2160p, it will take whatever number is available. In this case, let's just say you put the Avengers Blu-ray in. The Avengers Blu-ray is going to source at 1080p on a Blu-ray. That's its native source output. But your 4K television will take that and it will upscale it to 2160p. So you will get a cleaner picture. Shout out to you, Savage Uger. I see you. You will get a cleaner looking picture, okay? It's just because you're getting the upscale factor. This is one thing that the Xbox One S does. Okay, it takes whatever game you put in there. It doesn't matter if I can put in, I don't know, Elite Dangerous. If I play Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One S, because I'm hooked up to my 4K television, it will go ahead and it will upscale the picture to 4K. But let me explain, because Elite Dangerous does not have HDR, it will not give me an HDR picture, which is not that big a deal because Elite Dangerous has basic colors anyway. Orange, blue, red, you're in green. It's on that line. The colors do look good because of the 4K television upscale, however. So what Microsoft has done is actually pretty good on words here. So to them, 4K Ultra doesn't matter if it's checkerboard, native, or dynamic. To them, Assassin's Creed Origins, which looks really good, that's not a native game. It is a dynamically upscaled game. So you will be at 4K native. Let's just say your character is walking around. That'll be a 4K native picture. But if he gets attacked, the dynamic scaling will drop. I mean, I'm explaining all this to you guys here. But let me explain. Let me go to Xbox X Enhanced. Xbox X Enhanced is a patch. It's a upgrade manually added by the developers. Now, this is all coming from Windows Central. So this is from a Windows website. So I don't want to hear, this is the official Windows website. It's the same website that said that Star Wars Battlefront 2 was 4K 60, which I don't know. I don't know if they ever came out, but nevertheless, maybe. So, what's up, J-Dub? How you doing, bro? So that's the way that works. So any game you see, so Gears of War 4 is a perfect example. And I've got an Xbox One S, so I don't want to hear anybody saying I'm dissing, pissing, shitting on the Microsoft brand. But I am telling you all the truth if you have an Xbox system, so you don't have to run and get misinformed by Jack Reacher. Because Jack Reacher is the one that told you Vega Ryzen CPU. He told you that all games are going to be 4K 60, and that was complete bullshit. So all these people who came in here and said they're going to use all this power to do all this, they're just not telling you the truth. It's not in their, it wasn't in their best interest to do that. But an enhanced game like Gears of War, they can patch that game. Again, Gears of War is 1080p. They will patch it up to 4K. That is an enhanced game. All we're doing is we're taking a manual upgrade. That's the patch. They had to sit there and type all this stuff in, and then they had to go ahead and do it. You know, so they add it on later on. It's a manual upgrade. So that's what enhanced means. It doesn't matter what Xbox game it means it's been patched. Sony just patched it. They never said this. They just included everything in their enhanced mode. They just said, yeah, some games will be enhanced, some will not. Some will have better frame rates, some will not. Another thing the Xbox X will do is it will decrease load time. So that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So another game is going to be enhanced for both the Pro and the Xbox X is Witcher 3. Again, they are going to go ahead, they being CD Projekt Red, is going to put a manual patch in and let the game upscale to whatever it's going to be. So it's going to take its native range of 1080p and be patched. Now, no matter what happens, it's going to be a patch. So these cats that are screaming, well, the games are going to look and run better on the Xbox One X, that's not a big deal. It should. It should. So don't get caught up in this flame war, flame shit. You just tell them, I hope it does. It's coming out a year later, because that's the truth. I would expect the NVIDIA 1070 to run better, more efficiently than the NVIDIA 1050 and 1060, okay? So that's just what I understand about computers, okay? That's you're coming out later. It should look better. Oh, shout out to Supersonic Wolf and J-Dub. Go check out their Greatness podcast. They had a nice discussion about Forza versus Gran Turismo. It was a good discussion. It was funny. It was entertainment. They cut each other pretty good on it. It was pretty good. So it was fun. So you can't really technically have a debate unless there is a moderator and somebody makes an opening statement and then somebody else rebuttals back and forth. You know, that's kind of the moderator's got to step in. But they had a good discussion. I enjoyed it. I got there late because I got off work late. But that's the differences, folks. So what Microsoft has done is to them 4K Ultra doesn't matter if it's native, checkerboarded, or dynamic. Okay, that's just that's what they're doing. And again, legally, they're not lying because they can give you post numbers in the United States. TVs do it all the time. It'll say 120 hertz refresh rate. Technically, it's 60. But then post interpolation, they can give you the other number. So let's go into what all this is. So 3840 is native, okay? 3840 by 2160p is a native 4K picture. That's the highest version. It's the clearest. It will be crystal clean, but it's the most taxing on the hardware. So a lot of developers don't want to tax their hardware. So they have gone to the very next thing underneath 4K, which is checkerboarding. Checkerboarding, again, I've already explained this, it emulates the clarity of 4K by sticking pixels into the, into the frame. You can call it emulating. I call it cloning. It's the same thing. Okay, you're just cloning the native pixel and you're just plugging it into the screen because it's a clone. It's not it's not native. Therefore, it looks like a checkerboard. So if you're sitting back 5 to 7 feet, which you should be at your normal viewing distance, that's where we're going to be most of the time. You really can't tell the difference, except, again, go back to the native. The native picture will always be sharper. The checkerboarding picture will have a softer look. That's why when Digital Foundry, when you're looking for key terms, when you hear them say soft, that means they're emulating. Okay, that's some type of emulator. Again, I don't care about this stuff. I prefer content, but there are some people who are pixel whores and they're frame rate whores. And I've said before, you want great frame rate, you play on PC. If you want, if you want better graphics, you game on PC. You do 1440p 60. I've said that. J-Dub has said that to everybody. That's our sweet spot. So I've always said there's a PlayStation 5. They ought to target 1440p 60. Let the TV do the upscale, do some downsampling. You'll be fine. So, but finally, there's dynamic resolution. Dynamic resolution drops resolution for better frame rates. A perfect example of this game on the Xbox One is The Witcher, Witcher 3. Witcher 3 is dynamically upscaled from 900p to 1080p. So if Geralt of Riviera is just walking around, no major action going, you will get a 1080p dynamic upscale picture. It does look the same as a native picture. The issue is if he leaves the city and now there's a dynamic action, i.e. rain, wind, gets attacked by some kind of animal, or you decide to attack something, you will get a drop in your resolution so they can maintain their frame rate. Okay? because you're getting a drop in a dynamic resolution, you're going to get screen tearing. This is what people saw when they compared Witcher 3 from the PlayStation, the PlayStation 4, to the Xbox One. This is what people were talking about when they said, well, we can see screen tearing and there's more motion blur. Even though I like playing with motion blur on RPG games, that did not look good, okay? Because you can turn motion blur off, I believe, on The Witcher. You can turn it off on Mass Effect Andromeda as well. I like motion blur because it gives you an overall arcing sense of grittiness. Now, that's me. That's just me. That's what I like to do. Doesn't mean what, I'm the only person in the galaxy. So I am me. You are you. So but that is it. So when you go in, if you buy an Xbox One X and you see 4K Ultra, Microsoft decided that native, checkerboarding, and dynamic were the same thing. That's what they decided. This is what people started ripping the Xbox community on, because remember, the Xbox community made fun of checkerboarding. They called it fake 4K, false 4K. And technically they're correct, but this is because Jack Reacher thought all their games are going to be native. They were wrong. Now, even though I sat here and I tried to tell Psycho Gamer that, and I tried to tell Widowmaker that, they wouldn't listen. So now they get embarrassed. They're embarrassed. I mean, where is Widowmaker at? I mean, we need to make a meme of him because they ain't seen him around in a while. So I hope he's okay. There's something going on. I hope he's okay. But there's a reason why you ain't seen Psycho on no podcast. It's not like he tweets all the time. He ain't coming on, though, because he knows he's going to get roasted. So, yeah, like what Union K said, they played themselves. This is a very good point. So now you have to ask yourself why they implemented what they wanted the Xbox One X to be. I personally think what I expected is what I got. So what I didn't like was the price. Okay, I did not think to me $499 is too expensive for a system with absolutely no exclusive games, none whatsoever. As great as Forza looked, and it looks stunning. Let's just keep it 100%. It looks stunning. It's still not exclusive to that platform. I can get Forza 7, play it on my Xbox One S, and get the upscale, a natural upscale, not a dynamic upscale, but a natural upscale to 4K. So I'm still, now it's not going to be as good as a native picture. It's going to look softer, not sharper. But if I'm 5 to 7 feet back, you're not going to see that big of a difference. So now what Jack Reacher is running around saying is, well, it can load 4K textures, which is true. All right, it is true, but Forza already has some 4K textures in there. I don't know if people knew that or not. Now, there weren't very many, but they still had the adopted software in there. So, yes, Savage is right. Digital Foundry really, 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 really hurt them bad. So, yeah, it's been 900p. So, yeah, but they said even looking at the ground or sky. You're right. Yeah, and that's fine. But what they'll be able to do with the patch, I guarantee what CD Projekt Red is going to be able to do with that patch is they'll just take it from 900p. That's the source. He's right. They may be able to take it from the dynamic source, though, but that remains to be seen. But it's CD Projekt Red. So, yeah, I'm up early, Princess. Well, so are you. Are you at work today? But thanks for joining me. Thank you for joining me. I'm off today and tomorrow. So, hopefully, shout out to Jay Fonzarelli. He does a 30 frames, no lag. So tomorrow. So we'll have to wait and see. But so Microsoft, when I've heard people say that Xbox, that they lied and all that stuff, I can't really say they lied because what they did was they wordsmithed themselves around it. So So again, they think native, checkerboard, and dynamic is the same thing because you're going to be at 2160p no matter what. So to them, that's ultra. And like I said earlier, Sony's not doing that. Sony's just telling you that it's going to be upscaled dynamically or through the checkerboard. So, you know, one of them is telling you a direct truth, and the other one is telling you a truth post-processing. I guess this is the best way to put it. So, yeah, I mean, shout out to Next Gen. That was fun. Yeah, he let me jump on there, and I shout out to him because he don't really do that for a lot of people. Again, my point on that podcast was simple. It was the Xbox One S does pretty much the same thing as the Xbox One X. So, you know, so it was no big deal. But again, he was talking more about graphics, and I was talking more about content. I'm a content guy. So, but that's me. That's me. So that was my whole point in the first place. But he invited me back on there for Thursday, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not because I got to work Thursday. So, but we'll have to wait and see. So I may be able to jump on late. But anyway, shout out to Next Gen. Next Gen's a good guy. Don't get caught up in the whole thing. You know, he's a good guy. Really, he is. So, but also he put up a good UFO video. So, so yeah, he did. But that's about really, guys. That's really what the Xbox X is really about. It's just, I think it's too expensive for what they show with no exclusive games. So, but they'll turn around and say, well, and if backwards compatibility is enough to hold you guys over for $499, that's fine. But I can guarantee you, I think 6 months after launch, that thing is going to drop in price. So I still think it'll get down to $449 by the end of 2018. So yeah, but it is what it is. So their enhanced games are going to be patch games. They'll have HDR on the side, which I'm glad they're doing this because this is one thing Sony did not do. Let me keep it 100 here. Sony really needed to put some shit on their carts or on their boxes, or if you buy it digitally, so that people can look to see where the enhancements were. Shout out to Microsoft for doing that. I mean, it's just that Sony should do this. I mean, that's just the way it is. So you know. Yeah, I mean, I can't blame people. Yeah, wait 90 days. Your taxes will be back 90 days after this thing comes out, and then they'll have a reported fail rate and everything on it. It's a new electronic device. So, and you don't have any first-party IP. But Phil Spencer, shout out to him, he did say that they got some first-party IP signed, and it's just going to take them a few years to get the stuff out. So. And shout out to Randall Thor as well, because he reported this as well. So, and Randall Thor is really the only one that's reporting about games. So what's up, Wolf? Yeah, he's the only one reporting games, whereas that everybody else is talking about power. I mean, there's a reason why the Xbox channels, and I'm talking about the Xbox guys, are still talking about power. They're still damage controlling. I'm getting there. I'm ready to start going in now. They're still damage controlling on Destiny to the point where Destiny got unveiled, it's been almost 5 weeks ago, something like that. They're still talking about it. Now they're talking about boycotting it. And let me tell you this, if the Xbox community wants to boycott it, I'll lead the boycott. I will lead the boycott, and if it works, let's follow it all the way through. If the boycott works, Bungie pulls that game off Xbox and they make it a PlayStation console exclusive, and then they put it on PC. So it's just, I mean, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, skip those fanboys. So, yeah, I do not like fanboys. I mean, I am a fan of the gaming, but this whole fanboy thing, it's over. So shout out to Xbox gamer, Musclebound Gamer. He's got some good content. He actually admitted he was part of the console war and the bullshit that was going on. So you know, so it is what it is. So we're going to go ahead and leave it there for him because he manned up. I tried to get him on the show, but he don't even want to do podcasting on other shows anymore because he don't want to get caught up in the BS. And it's just like, I can't blame the brother for that. You know what I'm saying? So because this E3 meeting and the way Digital Foundries, broke their games down, which I don't have a problem with the games. The games to me still looked really good. They looked stunning, all except that Sea of Thieves. I just can't get into Sea of Thieves. I can't do it. So, maybe the kid, well, oh, happy Father's Day to everybody over there that did not pull out and that got a kid now. So happy Father's Day to all you all over there. So, I know sometimes that Marvin Gaye and Luther is just going and you got to roll. I get it. So, but yeah, now, no, Endless Echo, I'm an Xbox fan and I'm not desperate. So I'm no longer going to allow them to shape the conversation. I will shape the conversation away from them. So, well, thank you there, Savage. So, yeah, Xbox, I agree, Princess. And again, that's my whole point. If we wait 18 months, we should get some AAA announcements. But the fact that you got to wait, that's bad. I mean, they launched a new console, and that's bad. And this is no fanboy stuff. I mean, that's bad. I don't care. Even the original Xbox had 5 games at launch? I'm talking about the Xbox One. They had like Titanfall and Forza, and they launched something else. I mean, they had like 5 or 6 games at launch. So, I mean, my point is that that's disappointing. And charging $500,000, that's a lot. And people, as far as the TVs are concerned, what I was talking about earlier, you have to have a UHD TV to see the Scorpio in all its glory. They did not show one game running down sampled or super sampled. There's a reason why they didn't do it, folks. So all these idiots running around, I can't say that, all these Jack Reachers running around talking about, well, I got a 1080p TV in the games. No. Why do you think they didn't show you that while they were at their conference? There's a reason why they didn't show you, because the games ain't going to look that much different. They're just not. I mean, just keeping it 100% here, people. You got to ask yourself as consumers, how is this going to be any different? And wouldn't it be better to walk in and pay, I don't know, $229 for a 2 terabyte Xbox One S and get a 4K TV, walk out at about $750, then walk out with $1,100 with no goddamn exclusives, none whatsoever. All right, and that's coming from a fan with an Xbox. Okay, so I don't want to hear it. So, people have been like, well, how come you haven't been on it? Well, because it's 90 degrees here in Lexington, Kentucky, and I'd much rather be at the swimming pool. Okay, that's where I want to be. So it's just too damn hot. And I want to be outside because there's a nice looking girl over there, and that's the way it should be over there. So that's all I can say. That's the way it should be. So, or get this, a consumer walks into the store, sees a PlayStation 4 for $249 with the game. Let me make that clear, with a game, and sees an Xbox One S for $199 with the game. With a game. What do you think they're going to buy with $500? I'm serious. Just ask yourself that as a consumer. What would you buy? Okay, that's my point. So that's why when we were like, well, it's for the hardcore gamer. Okay, let's look at the hardcore gamer. Does not drive this damn market, not at all. 4K TVs are 10 to 15% of the public, which means right now, if you have a 4K TV, you are 10% of the US TV market. Let's just give it 15% for shits and giggles. It's Tuesday. Let's call it Tuesday shits and giggles. Do you really think we're going to drive the market? Are you kidding me? I mean, seriously, that doesn't make any sense. As far as these Xbox fanboys are concerned, they're upset over that. I'm jumping back to Destiny. They're getting upset over nothing. The original Destiny ran 30 FPS and people put hundreds of hours into that Destiny. I didn't, but You can still go online and type that in. There's people live streaming that shit right now. Right now, you can go look at it. So ask yourself why they wanted, why they thought, I take that back. Why did they think that the developers were going to go ahead and give them a 60 FPS game when they don't even support their own goddamn first-party games? They don't support their first-party games yet. These developers are supposed to go back, are supposed to go ahead and say, well, you know what? There are no Xbox X's out on the street. You can't go to the store. I just went to the store. I was just at Walmart. There are no Xbox X's in Walmart. Why do you think the developers are going to go bend over backwards and develop a game because that's what you want? That is the equivalent of the ice cream truck coming to your neighborhood, not selling ice cream, going to the other neighborhood, selling more ice cream, and now you're bitching because the ice cream truck won't come back. Bitch, fuck you. You didn't buy your own games. You didn't buy your own games, and now all of a sudden, the third-party developers are supposed to show you deference? Jack Reacher, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? It makes no sense. So shout out to the people that actually went out and bought the physical software, whether it was digital or hard copy. You at least supported the games. The question is, why didn't the rest of the community go out and buy the damn games? And you can't blame Sony because Sony didn't hack your account. Don't blame the Sony fanboys because they didn't tackle you in the store. They didn't support their own IP. Yet they want third-party developers that make hundreds of millions of dollars on research. They have to research the game to what? For what? And then they're trying to act like, well, there's 30 million Xboxes out, and that's the there's their consumer, there, there's their base. No, that is not their base. Okay? That is not their base, and let me explain why. If you go to a cell phone store right now, let's just say you want to buy an iPhone. You can still buy iPhone 5. You can buy iPhone 6 and iPhone 7. Apple is competing against itself. How much do you want to bet me right now if you took up, well, Apple knows, golly, I already know this. Apple has more iPhone 6s out on market in people's hands than iPhone 7s. And iPhone 7 is more powerful, it's faster, it does a little bit more, has a little bit better camera. Why wasn't there an instant conversion from iPhone 5, 6 up to 7? Everybody you know with an iPhone should have iPhone 7, according to Jack Reacher. But they don't have one because the adoption rate, when people walk in to get an iPhone, they see iPhone 7 for God knows how much money, or you get an iPhone 5 for half of that. Does the same goddamn thing. Plays music. When you turn it on, it'll work, and it will stream video. What do you think people are going to buy? So, I mean, so that's just, it is what it is. So, it's unfortunate that this is where their community is, but that's why that part is being cut out like a cancer. I'm telling you right now, after the Xbox X unveiled, there was a podcast with 10 people in the Xbox community doing damage control. It was incredible. Donald J. Trump should hire these guys to help him. They were doing so much damn damage control. So, it is what it is. And shout out to Worrywart, because I'm going to quote him when he was on Randall Thor's show. He said the Randall Thor, they were talking about graphics now, and this is about 2 months ago. Worrywart said, quote, "Do you really think Sony's first-party IP games are going to look worse than the third-party games on the Xbox?" I mean, isn't that a legitimate question? Isn't that a legitimate question? No, Randall's not a hypocrite. So, but isn't that a legitimate question? Why would they think that? Well, they thought they don't understand CPU and GPU. And if I know more about CPU and GPU than they do, and I don't really know a whole lot about it, that's scary. So you now have to ask yourselves why you're listening to them. This is no longer about anything else. I listen to them because I had to identify the Jack Reachers. That way, if I do go onto their podcast, I can pink slip them and pick them. I can take them out. I can take them out. So I don't know who is who. I know they all they own PlayStations. They say they do. So we have to figure out why they wanted this to be something different. Or is it like Hard 8? Shout out to Hard 8 Times. He said it was never about the games. It's always been about bragging rights. And ever since the Xbox X last week came out, how many of them are talking about games? Games. Like, that's what we do, right? That's the information we're wanting to bring to you. You got them talking about, oh, the developers are saying it's so much more powerful. But why is that news? It's 1 year later. It should be more powerful. It should be more powerful. If it's not, there's a problem. Can you imagine if the 1080 Ti came out and it got tested and they said, oh, it's no different than the 1060? I mean, that would have been horrible. And here it is, 2.5 years later, that people be like, there ain't no difference. You feel what I'm saying? So that gets taken away immediately, okay? That gets taken away immediately. So, I mean, the game should look better. The system's 1 year old. So they're upset. They thought that these third-party guys were going to just go ahead, bend over backwards, rub their cocks, and then give them the better-looking games when they got zero install base. And the install base they got didn't buy their goddamn IP. What? That makes no sense at all. Then I had somebody tweet me earlier this morning, like woke me up, trying to figure out if Spider-Man is a Sony first-party IP. And I'm like, what's wrong with these people? Sony bought that from Marvel when Marvel was hemorrhaging money. And they're screaming, wanting that game on that console, and they're not going to get it on that console. They are actually, shout out to Microsoft, they're actually making a Horizon Zero Dawn clone game, which I don't have a problem with because Saints Row did pretty good, and it's an exact copy of Grand Theft Auto. And you know who said that? The damn president of the company that makes friggin' Saints Row said that. He said, yeah, we took what they did and we went to the extreme with it. That's why Saints Row is the way it is. So I have never seen anything like that. And okay, Anthem is a multiplat and it was running checkerboard. Why are they talking about a multiplat game that's going to run and look better on PC no matter what? Now, will it have 4K textures? Probably, but guess what? The game won't be out till 2019. There will be millions of babies born before that game comes out, and they will still keep talking about that game. Like, you won't be able, if you don't have the Xbox One. I'm talking about the Jolly Green Giant. You can still go buy Anthem. You can still buy Anthem. Oh, and if you put it on the Xbox One S, you can get it upscale if you have the 4K television. It's incredible talking to them. It's not even to the point where I'm frustrated with them anymore. This guy's got to go away. They're just going to go away one by one. It's like taking out a cancer cell one by one. Because either we're going to do it the easy way or we're going to do it the hard way. And I like the easy way, but this Xbox One X, and the fellas in here know, so shout out to you, Titanfall Princes. This is no offense to you, so I hope you don't take it this way. The fellas know what I'm about to say here. When you get the girl home and you got the music going, you got your Henny going, and then you go for broke, and then she's got a water bra on. Now, you're still going to do what you got to do because you're a man. But ultimately, you're going to be disappointed. And that's what these fanboys are. The Xbox One X was supposed to be Ryzen Vega. It was supposed to be 4K 60 on all games. Crackdown is 4K 30. I don't have a problem with it being 4K 30. 4K 30 to me is perfectly fine. Remember what I said earlier? I want 1440p 60. That's what I want. Now that's me, but I'm not a I don't care about that. Well, Sharon Moore, there's nothing wrong with indies. There's nothing wrong with indies. Shout out. Okay, Witcher 3 is an indie. So shout out to all the indies out there. CD Projekt Red is not a first-party dev for nobody. They just make games. So, I don't have anything. So yeah, shout out to you, Wolf. Yeah, Anthem looks good, but why is Jack Reacher talking about it like they're the only console that's going to be able to play that damn game? And it's a BioWare game, and after they butchered Mass Effect, you really want to go around and they're beating their chest on that? Fuck that. Even the BioWare fans online that have channels because they love BioWare, they already dogging that game out. They're dogging the game. So we're just going to have to wait and see what that game is. Like I said, the game don't come out to 2019. I mean, that's why are we even talking about that game? So am I getting Anthem? I can't get it to 2019. What's up, Andrew? Yeah, I think I'll just stick to my PlayStation 4 Pro that, again, does 2160p native. It does the checkerboard. It does the dynamic. And it's $100 cheaper. Or I can do it on the Xbox One S that does the same damn thing. And it's already bought. So, but anybody who wants to save up for an Xbox One X, I got the Craig Harris saving plan. Shout out to Dave Ramsey. If you start saving $50 a month, you will have exact change when you walk in there to go get this Xbox One X, and you don't have to trade nothing in. You will not have to trade nothing in. So, yeah, they're talking about 4K textures, which is, I mean, like I said, shout out to Next Gen 720. I love that, man. I mean, that dude's got, he cracked me up. He was talking about ants and stuff walking around. I mean, that's where they are, though. That's fine. I understand. I said, well, you didn't play Horizon Zero Dawn and didn't see the ants on the trees. You didn't see the puddles come down, pop up after it rained and they disappeared. But I get it. I understand. So, it is what it is. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, Wolfenstein looked phenomenal. But I've been playing Wolfenstein since the Commodore 64. And that game looks so much different now. The Commodore 64 version it looked like, that was state of the art back in the day. That game looked like trash right now. Yeah, so give them credit, man. So, yeah, Crackdown 3 looked like XCOM, which I got no problem with. My problem with Crackdown is that that game has been in development for like 4.5 years. And if that's all they got, that's disappointing. So maybe they'll show more at Gamescom. So yeah, I like it. So, well, shout out to Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer said that he doesn't feel that 60 FPS is that big a deal. And I agree with that. I agree with that on console. I never understood why people want to play 60 FPS on a console. That's why they build PCs. That's why you go and you spend the extra money on the PC. So you can go 60 FPS on everything. So, oh boy, Crackdown versus what PlayStation exclusive this year? Let's see here. Hellblade is coming out. I believe GT Sports coming out. Ni no Kuni 2 is coming out. I'm missing one, I'm sure. I'm missing one in there. I'm not going to count the DLC as a game, but if you want to, that's fine. So, yeah, that's disappointing. I agree with you, Wolf. Again, it's unless there's more there, and there could be. I know Wolf still got his Xbox. Yeah, you got to understand when you physically walk into the store and you buy something, you get to critique it. Now, I understand these Xbox people, though, they think you should just accept the Xbox as is. And I never have done that. I don't understand. I don't accept people as is. So, I'm not going to accept the Xbox as is. I don't have an issue with mine. I'm going to use it for what it's for. And I'm excited about what it can do. but as a consumer, that's what I'm about, you know. So that's what I'm about. Yeah, Hellblade is August 8th, and I'm wanting to have that done by August 22nd because that's my birthday. So, but Hellblade does look pretty cool. So I certainly hope that they get out and start marketing that game. So yeah, Sea of Thieves look like hot trash. I certainly hope the people that buy it, I won't be one of them. I couldn't stand that. You know, if I had to look at that constantly, I would go nuts. But shout out to Microsoft. They at least are trying something different, you know. I can't do it, though. 10 hours of gameplay for Horizon Zero Dawn, or for Lost Legacy. So yeah, Hellblade's day one for me. I gotta get it beat in 2 weeks though. That way I can go ahead and trade it in on that shit on that Lost Legacy. So yeah, that's all I'm talking about. Yeah, Skull and Bones did look good. No release date for it though, but it did look good. It looked like friggin' Assassin's Creed when you're on the boat. But I like that. I like blowing stuff up and boarding ships and taking the people out. And I'm gonna get Assassin's Creed day one. I mean, I'm loving that. You know, we got a black man out there just slaying mofos. That's what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm all about. So I love that. But I'm excited about the game. I'm willing to talk about the game. I'm willing to talk about the setting of the game, the difference in how the characters' models are going to look. These idiots are still trying to figure out why it's not 4K native. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the difference between me and them. So, because I don't care that it's 4K, whatever, checkerboarded or dynamic. I just want the game. I'm glad we get another game. So, and they're right. Yeah, there was 20 games that that's just it. Microsoft, and shout out to Titanfall Princess because she said it earlier. They ain't got no games. All those games can be played on PC or are going to come to the PlayStation later on. So, you know, Crash Bandicoot is timed. Okay, well, wasn't the other Crash on the Xbox? So again, that's not a big deal. So see, that's how you handle those guys. The other Crash was on the Xbox, so that's fine. So the game has bothered you that day one. The game has a brother. That's day one. Yeah, that's Wolf's right. That's day one for me. If I'm still alive, I will be at the midnight launch for that shit. So I am excited about that. I'm excited they didn't spray tan somebody like they did the Assassin's Creed movie where Michael Fassbender is playing a Spanish guy. Michael Fassbender is not a Spanish man. They should have just hired a Spanish guy to play the part. So, you know, my goodness gracious. This whole whitewashing thing in Hollywood has got to end, but that'll be on my I'm starting another YouTube channel. That'll be part of that, what I discuss over there. So yeah. So, well, Lucky Tales is a confirmed 4K 60. So that is a 4K native 60 game on the Xbox One X. So shout out to Microsoft. They are delivering. See, Microsoft gave me exactly what I thought they would. And I tried to sit here as the black man in the green chair and explain this, but I got attacked by the Xbox, and now they're running scared. Well, now I'm on the hunt. You know, the best defense is a great offense. So now it's on. So anybody in the Xbox community that wants to come in here and explain what happened, it's open for you. I will put the thing down there for you. But if you're going to get in here and be an idiot, you're going to get gone. I mean, it will be quick. So, you know, but that's the way it's going to be from now on. You know, hey, look, be a man and say you were wrong. And you're still going to support the brand. You know, I'm supporting Microsoft with my Xbox One S. So, but I don't know what games to go get. I may get Assassin's Creed on there because I still naturally like playing Assassin's Creed on the Xbox. So, you know, so that may be what I get. Yeah, Battlegrounds is 30 FPS. I mean, trash. I mean, and the people that ripped it was the PC community. I guess it came from the PC community. So that's hot trash. I mean, to me, I don't care about that. But when you're told 4K 60 on every game and Vega Ryzen CPU on all these games, that's disappointing. I mean, for $499, for $49, now we can talk. So, no, Randall Thor is not a hypocrite, Endless Echo. Somebody put Endless Echo in timeout. That's the third time he has said that. So, I don't know. Next Machina. So I don't know what that is. So I've heard of Ex Machina, the movie. Then the movie was fantastic. So that movie that's got Alicia Vikander in it. That's actually Michael Fassbender's girlfriend. Man, she was my God. So they never promised 4K 60 on every game. Yes, I know that, Born to Tease, but Jack Reacher said it was going to be. So, Jack Reacher said it was going to be. So, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, if the mods did not get Endless Echo into timeout, I got him. So it's a game on PS4. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I may. That means I have to take time away from the pool. So, I have to take time away from the pool. So yeah, don't come into my chat insulting other gamers. So that's not what my channel's about. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I get on an Xbox podcast or something like that, and I know that those guys said 4K, yeah, I'm going at them hard. So, but that's not what my podcast is. And if I'm a guest on Princess's podcast, or if I'm a guest on Porter Rock's podcast, that's not what I'm about. So, but I do want an explanation from the people who said that. That's all I'm looking for, is an explanation as a consumer. What happened? That's this, what happened? I had to take a picture of the Ryzen chip and make it my avatar because I was so excited about it. I didn't even know what it was, but that's apparently what it is. So it's some type of thing that says AMD Ryzen on it. So, all right, Arc is 1080p 60 on X1. Okay, that's fine. Why is 60 FPS important to you guys? I'm just asking, as a console gamer, why is that very important? Because you should want to, if you want that, you should game on a PC. I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm looking for an explanation. So, yeah, Jack Reacher said 4K with extra overhead. Yeah, those people in the Xbox community are concerned with two Scottish bisexuals that do gaming. They sit up there and they look and do gaming charting and stuff like that. Oh, shout out to PlayStation. They won MPD apparently. So they apparently took the Switch gang down. So, and guess who's pulling up the rear? Guess who's in the little red caboose back there? The Xbox, So again, there are people that are not buying that damn thing. So, it is what it is. So, but yeah, shout out to Sony and Horizon Zero Dawn and Farpoint VR. Farpoint VR is in the top 10, I think. So yeah, all you people that got that game, man, that's my point about the PlayStation community, is they buy their games. I mean, so if Farpoint, which you got to think about it, you have PlayStation VR, which is an add-on to the PlayStation. If they got that and then they went out, so they're already a subset, and then they also went out and they bought that game, shout out to that community. Okay, now if I see that and you see that, the developers see that too. They get analytics every day on what's selling. So yeah, shout out to Horizon Zero Dawn, because Aloy is my girlfriend. So that's this. You all, if you're going to play with Aloy, treat her with respect, because we got plans later on. So that is, yeah, I love that Aloy. My goodness gracious, one of the coolest new characters ever in video gaming. So start with her as a little kid and you just watch her grow. Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun. So yeah, I need to try to, E3, boy, that's a stack. See, I would like to go to PlayStation X, but yeah, I like to go to that E3 though and get my swerve on. So Yeah, I love that Aloy. So it's really cool because I know Sony, I can tell you for a fact that Sony, they were really nervous when Naughty Dog walked in and said, we're retiring Nathan Drake. They didn't know what to replace it with, but it looks like they've got a new IP franchise that people went out and supported. And shout out to the people because that's brand new IP. I mean, and I was there at that midnight launch, so I saw everybody smiling. And, even the guy at GameStop said, they have not had a midnight launch for an Xbox exclusive in 2 years. 2 years. So that's what I'm saying. That don't be bragging. Don't get into these flame shoots with them. Just say, look, at least we support our games on this side of the community. And what can they say about that? What can they say? They made fun of the Rocket League, which I think is going to be an esport this fall. So shout out to the people playing Rocket League who out there and make some money. So, and another thing about crossplay, let me bring that up real quick. The reason why Sony doesn't want crossplay, that's a BS reason they gave publicly. They don't need to have it. Okay, I've said before, they don't need crossplay. They don't need EA access. They don't need stuff like that because they're selling their consoles off the chain. They just want MPD without EA access, without crossplay. So why would they add that to their console when they don't need it? This is what you all have got to start asking yourselves. I mean, really, I'm asking you to do something that you don't have to do. I mean, if I was getting curb stomped like Microsoft is this generation, yeah, I would add whatever I needed to. So, but man, Sony does not have to do that. So, yeah, Persona 5. Hopefully I can get on that Persona 5 here in July. I mean, because she won't let me play Persona 5. She got a PlayStation back there. Man, she's playing that other one too, Nier Automata. She really likes that Nier Automata. So, I can't kick her off of it. You know how that is, guys. If she ain't happy, ain't nobody going to be happy. So, crossplay helps the devs. How does crossplay help the devs? So, what devs have asked for crossplay? So, again, what devs have asked for crossplay? There's crossplay in esports. You do know that, okay? You do know there's crossplay with esports. They can set everything up, and they can let the Sony guys play against the Xbox guys. They just did that with FIFA, and the Xbox guys lost spectacularly, but they lost. So it is what it is. So, so. Sony is the Sith. Yeah, I guess. Well, the Sith is stronger than the Jedi. So I can tell you that much as a Star Wars fan. So, yeah, Bill Gates is Yoda and Yoshida is Darth Vader. Well, Darth Vader wasn't a bad guy at the end of the day. He saved the son, so it redeemed him. So that's what they mean by Return of the Jedi. Everybody thinks they're talking about Luke Skywalker with Return of the Jedi. No, the Return of the Jedi was Darth Vader. So this for all you all who don't know, if you're in the Star Wars community, if you say Return of the Jedi is about Luke Skywalker, they will go ahead and shish kebab you right there on the sidewalk. So, yeah, I'm watching her play Nier because I go outside a whole lot. It's summertime. I got to go work on my tan. So, Return of the Xbox. Yeah, I hope people go out and support the Xbox. So, it is what it is. So spoiler alert. Yeah, I'm sorry if you hadn't seen it. Yeah, damn. I should have said spoiler alert. You're right. I hold that L. So yeah, getting money is he's right. Yeah, they got their ass kicked in FIFA. They did, So, and that's why if you want true crossplay, that's true crossplay. It's like the people that game. I watch people play games online, fighting games and shooting games. If you were really any good, you'd be getting paid for it. You go to esports. You could make some good money at esports. So that Splatoon game, the winning team won over 100K. 100K. Yeah, I'm just saying that, by the way, about those games because I don't play. Oh, man, man, my niece would probably beat me at those fighting games. But yeah, and my favorite fighting game is Mortal Kombat, by the way. So because it's the only one that's got blood and guts and all that stuff. So ain't no other fighting game like that. So, but I did hear that Injustice just came out. I think that was the top selling game in May. So shout out to everybody who's bought that game. So he said X-Bone on stage. I didn't know that, man. Yes, Superfly, 4K uncompromised has truly been compromised. So, but Wolf, I didn't know that, bro. So yeah, that's pretty funny. They never said 60. No, yes, see Halo Storm. I know Microsoft never said that. Jack Reacher said that. Okay, that's the problem. What Microsoft delivered for me was fine. I just wish they had delivered some first-party IPs, and other Xbox gamers agree with that. But Jack Reacher is the one who said 4K 60 on all multiplats. Well, that's a lie. Okay, they can't get 4K 60 on their first-party games, and the first-party devs should be able to squeeze the most juice out of the orange, okay? They've been working with the software a hell of a lot longer than the third-party guys have. So they know all the nooks and crannies and where to hide the bread and all that kind of stuff. You know, the third-party guys are going to do what's more efficient so that they can get their game out. So, you know, it's yeah, they said, well, no limits. Well, again, I don't think they lied. I just think a lot of people, the wrong people, got followed. It's just like what happened with, look, guys, it happened with Mass Effect Andromeda. I mean, I can't explain how hyped up I was about that game coming out. I was so excited. I went out and got a PlayStation 4 Pro, and because of the build that I saw, and again, I waited for the Xbox build for them to say what that was going to be, and they got a 900p build. I mean, how are you going to get the bitch version of that game when that game started on the Xbox platform? I've never understood that. But they didn't even get a 1080p build. I mean, I just don't get that. So, you know, that's me though. I don't understand that. So I got it on the Pro because I'm a big fan of the series. And since the series was, I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to be on multiple platforms. It's going to sell really well. And then the game came out, and like I said, it was trash. I mean, that's hard for me to say because I'm as big a Mass Effect fan as you will ever find. So, I mean, I know all the nooks and crannies and all that stuff, where all the battles took place. But it's hard for me to. I enjoyed parts of that game. I really liked the combat, but the story was flat trash. So, you know, it was very disappointing for me. So, you know, but yeah, I mean, again, Microsoft, the way they dub 4K Ultra, they don't care how they reach it. They just look at it as 2160p, which I tried to tell people that months ago. Nobody wanted to listen to the black man in the green chair. Well, now they're going to suffer me. Like I said, they will suffer me. So, you know, but dynamic, checkerboarding, and native to Microsoft, it means the same thing. So, yeah, 8K monitors are ridiculously expensive. 4K monitors are expensive. So, not strong enough to run Crackdown 3 at 60. Yeah, it may not be again. And that's why and again, look at the damage controlling. The CPU in the Xbox X is garbage, okay? Compared to what the GPU can do, it don't match. And Savage Yuga back me up on this. The CPU is trash compared to the APU, or the whatever the thing is called, the GPU. So you have to bring the technology along roughly at the same rate, but that CPU is going to bottleneck. Shout out to Jimmy B Gaming because he said this a couple weeks ago, and people try to go in on him. The Xbox community did. Well, guess what? He was right. He was right. You know, so, you know, look, Crackhead 3. Yeah, Crackdown has been confirmed 30 FPS, which again, where did Ryzen go? It's right there on the screen. You see it? It's a gray chip that says Ryzen on it. So I've got Ryzen. So Assassin's Creed is it's checkerboard up to 30. Again, all the Assassin's Creeds have been targeting 30. So yeah. So it just is. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, guys. I mean, so how many of you all are excited about the Uncharted demo at 4 p.m. today? The Legacy, whatever it's called, Lost Legacy demo. So yeah, Jimmy and Hard 8 were 100% correct on it. So I mean, shout out to both those guys. You know, like it or not, those guys have been right a hell of a lot more than they've been wrong. And it's like One Stop for Gamers. He's been right a hell of a lot more than he's been wrong. Those are people you should sub to. Okay? Don't sub to people telling you what you want to hear. That's going to do nothing but get you painted in a corner. And now you got to deal with people like me who are coming after you, guns blazing. So, I mean, it's good. Like I said, it's going to be pink slip time. So, you know, because I want an explanation on 4K 60 uncompromised. You know, that's like, you know, like I said, you know, that the Xbox One X is cool, and I hope people go out and support it. But like I said, it's a water brawl. It is a water brawl. You know, the girl that's got the water bra on, make her boobs look bigger than they are. And then when you get down to the nitty gritty, like I said earlier, it's a water brawl. But you still going to do what you're going to do because you a man. But it's a water brawl. You're going to be disappointed. That's all I'm saying. It's okay to be disappointed. So that doesn't mean it's hate. But the Xbox fanboys take it as hate. Like you hate their stuff. So, you know, it's not true. So it is just not true. It's just, you know, you know, people don't hate their stuff. They just want it to compete with Sony. Sony is not even going to drop the price on their Pro because they don't even feel threatened by what Xbox showed. So either Microsoft is holding back, which is very possible, or what we got is what we got. And I don't have a problem with it because I like games at 30 FPS more than 60, unless I'm playing some kind of flight simulator. So like Elite Dangerous is 60 FPS. So I ain't got no problem with that. Forza Horizon 3 is 30, and I don't have a problem with that. So yeah. Assassin's Creed. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if I can go pre-order that, but if I can, I'm going to buy it. Like I said, that's a midnight launch game for me. So I am buying that game, and I'm going to come and I'm going to wreak havoc in Egypt. So the game does look stunning. So, and like I said, it's going to look good. I'll probably get that. I'll tell you, I'm going to give a shout out here. I'm going to get that on my Xbox One S because I want the dynamic upscaling of the Xbox One S. I want that upscale. I know the Pro will do it too, though. So, but I'm trying to support the brand. So I'm trying to support the brand. I don't want people to hear it. So that's where I'll be playing that at. So, but I'll be playing Elite Dangerous on my Pro here next, probably in a few weeks. So I'm excited about that. So, oh yeah, well, $1,500 PC. That. Whoever said that, well, that's a lie. That's a flat lie. You know, so, I mean, you know, those GTX 1070s have trouble doing 4K 60. So, I mean, they can, but they will struggle with it. So, but yeah, they're using a Jaguar CPU, and that's trash. So my PC is coming together. I ordered my motherboard Saturday. So let's just say that went in on Monday. I don't know how that works, orders. So I'm not expecting it till, well, like I said, by the end of the month, hopefully. And that'll give me my tower and that. Then I can start saving for my CPU, which is going to be a Ryzen CPU. So yeah, so yeah, I'll get some games. I will. I mean, one of the things I told myself is that if I ever reach the sub count that I got, I would go ahead and get either Xbox Live or PSN. And I got my Xbox and nobody wanted to play with me, so fuck them. So I'll just go get my PSN, but I won't get that till next month because I do want to go out and I got to coach baseball and stuff like that. So because there's too many kids running around with no fathers. I don't know where these fathers are. Their kids can't catch. How can you be a little boy and not catch and tackle? I mean, you should learn that out of the womb. Before you go ahead and crawl, you should catch. So, well, that's not been, yeah, the Pro is trash. I mean, the CPU is trash. I mean, you ain't gonna get an argument out of me, Halo Storm. So, I mean, you know, yeah, no argument out of me. I mean, granted, it's a Polaris, and they're doing as much as they can on it, but it's trash. Yeah, you can get an argument out of me on that. So, no, Paladins. Now, is Paladins? Is that similar to? Oh man, what's the name of that one game that everybody's been playing? I can't think of the name of it. Man, somebody in the chat help me. Oh man. So anyway, somebody put it in there. I know. Damn, I can't think of the name of it. Gears 4 in 4K looks way better. Dude, it's the same game. It looks a little bit better, but it's going to be a patch. Yeah, Overwatch. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Overwatch. Now you're talking. Yeah. So that's what Paladins is supposed to be. So I heard it was good, though. I heard it was good. So, but yeah, everything in 4K is going to look better, Halo Storm. So again, that's not a surprise. So that's not a surprise. So that's, you know, got to come better than that. So yeah, the Pro does have games, but it's trash because of the CPU. So, but again, both Sony and Microsoft are favoring graphics and fidelity over, I guess, frame rates. And that's why I said this 30 FPS should be what you go for. So Mike Yabar tweet said he had combo with Des saying, yeah, it is. I mean, okay, that's Andrew, he's right. And if Mike Yabar would have a conversation with me, I'd say, yeah, it's real powerful. Yeah. I mean, again, that's not news though, but I did see that. So yeah, we're going to see about Lost Legacy being lit. That's what I'm going to do. What's going on, Reef Chief? So, or is it Reef Chief or Reef Chef? So yeah, and I mean, people should be excited for Microsoft's indie games. They've really embraced the indie games. Unfortunately, like Iron Wolf said, they don't got no, they got nothing that's exclusive on that console. It's all those games are going to be on the PlayStation or on PC. It's just that's what's disappointing in it. So, well, the Pro is 1 out of 5 sales on the PlayStation. So, yeah, Paladins. She's right. Princess is right. Paladins came out, yeah, before Overwatch. So, and no, I've never played Overwatch. I just know it's got some girl on there that says "Cheers, love, the cavalry's here." That's all I know about that game. So, chef. Okay. Damn, I mispronounced it, bro. I'm sorry. So, yeah, games didn't sell the One X. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. So, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it didn't sell it to me. To me, they needed at least 4 exclusive games. I mean, that's how many they launched the original Xbox One with, and I thought we would get something similar to that. So that was disappointing. As far as the tech, I do like the tech. I like that it's really small. It's hard to believe it's smaller than the Xbox One S, but it is. So, but they should be delivering the system like in August for demo at like the Microsoft store that's over here at my mall. So I may be able to get a better look at it then. So, but again, they ain't gonna have no games out for it. So it's just, that's crazy though, man. That's just like Porter Ross said, that's bananas. But yeah, like I said, Death Stranding is playable and it's running on that Decima engine, so we're gonna have to check that out. So, but yeah, just again, remember if you get an Xbox One X and it's enhanced, that's a manual patch. That is a manual patch. So, I mean, Halo Storm, nobody in here hating the Xbox. I mean, I've not said anything bad about the Xbox. So you got to take, again, you got to take that shit somewhere else, man. I mean, I don't hate the Xbox. You can go over to Pyro's channel because that's a joke anyway, but go over there and tell him to quit hating the Xbox. I don't hate the Xbox. So, you know, I've literally said what I saw wasn't enough for me to buy one, but I've got an Xbox One S, so I'm good. I'm good. So leave a link, fam. This is getting ridiculous. What is getting ridiculous? So, you know, what is getting ridiculous? You got to tell me what is ridiculous. So, See, Titanfall says, okay, Gaming Buzz, that's your first warning. No insulting the people in my chat, but everybody gets a warning. So, okay, I've had an Xbox in some form for about 15 years. So, so it's yeah, the vapor chambers. You do know that the Dreamcast use a vapor chamber. So, well, Halo Storm, the 4 T-flop console, that $400 price tag, that's going to be the difference. So that's going to be the difference. So yeah, I'm excited about Hellblade. What is Matterfall? I've never heard of that. Oh, what about that other game they didn't show? Damn. It was an open world game and the guy had like 2 swords. I can't think of the name of the game though. It wasn't. Is that Hellblade? They had another game I thought coming out, but they just didn't show it. So, damn. Yeah, I know that feeling there. Oh, damn, 65-inch screen TV. That's what I'm talking about right there. So, it is a troll. Okay. I wonder why the trolls come out this early in the morning. I thought y'all supposed to be under a bridge until at least 1 o'clock. So that's my understanding of a troll. So, how many Final Fantasies are there? I think there's over 20, 21 maybe. That's one of the biggest running franchises. That's been back in the old Nintendo days. Yeah, Dreamcast had a vapor chamber, I believe. You can check it out. But again, that's not a criticism of Microsoft. I mean, the fact they were able to do that is really amazing. My problem with it as a consumer is that $500 with no exclusive games is disappointing. If it's not disappointing to you, Gaming Buzz, that's all that counts, okay? That's all that counts is that you're not disappointed. So he follows you on Twitter. Oh, my pet rock follows Prince's on Twitter too. So yeah, Dreamcast was good. Dreamcast was good. So yeah, I never had one because I think I bought the original PlayStation, but everybody who owned the Dreamcast, that shout out to those people. I was either on the PlayStation or playing on my PC. So yeah, there's been like I said, 20 Final Fantasies. Yeah, that's amazing. So I am not hating on the Xbox. The faults of the PlayStation, I pointed those out. I pointed out the faults of PlayStation. I've also told you what you think is a fault may not be to them. So, and I've not said anything disparaging about the Xbox. I have one. So is my, okay, the last thing I'm going to buy is a camera. That way I can put the PC together. Yeah, so I will show you the pet rock. Do you want to see the dark black one, Princess, or do you want the light tan one? So are both. So so I'll show both. How about that? So okay, Halo Storm, what's wrong with the PlayStation? I mean, I'm asking. I already know what's wrong with it. So it's got a weak CPU. What else is there? They've got a lot of exclusive games. They got a good gaming ecosystem. So if you want to say the joystick, okay. But again, I don't have a problem with the joystick, but I know that's been a complaint. But your PS4, yeah. That's I get that. Yeah. Yeah, I like my dark one. Okay. All right. Oh, that means that the light skin rock's going to be feeling some kind of way. Yeah, State of Decay looked interesting. It's not like, but in State of Decay, that's going to be on PC as well. So the Ryzen's going to be dead in a year. Well, I hope not. I've got it as an avatar. I guess I can put the Vega chip, or is the Ryzen Vega? Let me ask Savage Uger, is the Ryzen Vega, is that the same chip, or is that a totally separate chip? Because can I go ahead and get the Vega chip instead of the Ryzen? So yeah, Digital Foundry, that's the whole thing, is that the Xbox community ripped Digital Foundry, and then when they told them something good, They loved them. Then they started ripping the games. Now they starting to hate them again. I just don't understand this. It's like battered wife syndrome. Oh, my boyfriend's beating me. Well, bitch, buy a gun. So I don't get that. So yeah, I don't. Digital Foundry said, and yeah, spinning it. I don't understand that. They do tech analysis. And let me ask everybody in the chat. Why does the Xbox community give a damn what those Scottish bisexuals at Digital Foundry say? Seriously, why? Oh, Ryzen and Vega are different. Okay, well, maybe I'll take a picture of the Vega chip then. So, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I don't mind backwards compatibility, but that's like getting when you go to Hooters. Well, not even the Hooters. When you go get you a good steak and you get a side item. Look, I've played Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 backwards compatible on the Xbox One S. And look, it runs better. It looks better. And they've corrected a lot of the stuff. And it sounds better. So I don't have a problem with it. But it's not going to move me to buy something. But that's me. So, yeah, microtransactions do suck ass. And I'm happy to report that the Star Wars game will not have any microtransactions, I believe. So, yeah, I mean, I'm serious, man. That's what I'm going to start saying to these Xbox guys. I mean, I've got better things to do than care about what Digital Foundry says. I mean, really. I mean, that's like, I don't know. I can't even make that comparison. I don't understand that, man. I mean, but that's where they are. So, but the Halo Storm and those guys care about what Digital Foundry says. I mean, and so does Jack Reacher, literally saying, well, Digital Foundry is going to go ahead and validate that these games look and run better. Well, what's going to come out of my mouth at that point so that everybody knows is, I've never seen grown-ass men care what those two Scottish bisexuals say. So, Pony's in the chat. Okay. So... So that's fine. Like I said, I don't care that there's that there's Jack Reachers in the chat. They're not willing to come on here and explain 4K 60 and Vega Ryzen CPU and why their first party IP is 4K 30, which I don't have a problem with, but they thought they were going to get deference by third party developers. So, just it is. So, but I've never seen that before. I mean, when I played Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on the PlayStation 2, I think it was on, it had pop-ins. You would be driving down the street and a car would just pop in. Nobody cared about it, though. I mean, everybody was too busy playing Grand Theft Auto. So, it just is what it is. So, yeah, Digital Foundry does tech analysis. So that's what they do. It's like they compared the 480, the AMD 480, or maybe it was a 486 or something like that, to the AMD 580. That's what they do. Okay, so I don't, it's crazy. So playing on Xbox makes you a gamer. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you play on as long as you play. So, the only people that are joining the podcast are Jack Reacher so that he can come in here and get some. So, but I'm going to do another podcast later on after the Uncharted thing. So, what games do you have that's better than? Oh, okay, well, let me tell you this. The fact that you say better than, that's a matter of opinion. Okay? So, hell yeah, I'm hyped for Black Panther. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to go over that casting in my later on podcast because I got that all written down, who's going to be in it and what their roles are going to be. So yeah, I'm excited for Black Panther. Hell yeah. So that comes out before Anthem does. At least that comes out in like 7 months on Black History Month. So yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of opinion on what you think is better. Somebody playing Candy Crush thinks that's better than Gears of War 4. So that's just a fact. So yeah, that Black Panther avatar. I'm going to get another one, though. I'm going to get another Panther avatar. So yeah, now that the movie's officially in the, working, so it's going to be out here in a few months. So they're not showing Death Stranding today. They're going to show Uncharted demo today, 4:00 Eastern time. 4:00 Eastern. So yeah, PC is the best gaming platform. Hey, Gaming Buzz is right about that. Yeah, and again, if you want again, if you want 60 FPS, this game on PC. Look, they talked to some guys who played Destiny on Xbox and PlayStation, and they let them play on PC. They said they are never, ever, ever going to go back to PC or go back to console again. Never, never. So that's where you need to go play if you're interested in FPS. So it's just me, though. So, yeah, Anthony Karma is 100% correct. They did not support their first-party IP, yet they thought third-party developers were going to give them deference because they had 6 T-flops of power. I mean, that to me, like I said earlier, this Jack Reacher is what that is. You know, why? So who's showing it? It's Naughty Dog's going to show it today at 4 p.m. So Eastern time. Yeah, you can buy an Xbox and get Sunset Overdrive. I'm not going to buy Sunset Overdrive. Doesn't look interesting to me. But I've got Forza 3 and I've got like I said, Elite Dangerous, but those Xbox people didn't want to play. That's just who they are. I get it now. So my Xbox Live thing is gone, and I'm going to be at the pool and coaching. Then I'm going to activate my PSN, and then I'll just be on PSN playing. So that's just the way it is. Nobody wanted me. So that hurt my feelings. Me and my pet rock. So, yeah, Pirates. Yeah. Again, there was a game called Pirates by Sid Meier. And that's just that was in the 1980s though. Y'all can pull that up. So yeah, Days Gone again is working. It's in a playable form. So hopefully we see it like at Paris Gaming Week. Hopefully. So I'm not, they can show that whenever they want. So PSX, hopefully. So be at the end of the year. So any other questions or anything? Yeah, the Gaming Build article was tight. So Pac-Man in 4K. Yeah, that won't make a difference. But yeah, I plunked plenty of quarters in Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man and all that stuff. So yeah, you have Windows, you have Linux. Yeah, the PC Pirates. Yep. I had that game. That's one of the first games I ever had. You could either be a Dutch sailor, a English sailor, a Spanish sailor, and there was another one I can't remember. But the English had the most. The English had the better ships. The Spanish had the most ports. The Dutch got the best prices for everything. So oh boy. So yeah. Now, and Sony did. Sean Layton did say that Days Gone and God of War and Detroit, they're all coming out early 2018. So look at it like it was this year when Sony released all those games in January. I think we're going to get release dates for those games at PSX. So yeah, Days Gone, I am going to buy that. I don't like zombie games, but like I said, I'm a big fan of World War Z. So is my girlfriend. So we're going to be playing Days Gone. So that's going to be fun. So yeah, I say Days Gone to be February. I think it will be February, kind of where they hit us with Horizon Zero Dawn. So yeah, that's the thing with Hellblade and Witch Call It for me. That's what's going to hurt me. So yeah, hit me up on PSN. Like I said, after we get done with this first round of coaching, I'll be back on PSN. Oh, it was a zombie bear. I did not see that. So cool. Yeah, God of War will be March. See, I think that Red Dead won't be until summertime, which is fine. I don't have that's fine. I'm not a big Red Dead fan. So, yep, Microsoft has been confirmed by Phil Spencer is working on AAA IPs. So it's just not coming back. I don't know how consoles are handicapping PCs. So, I mean, one thing I hope that Xbox does get, and I don't know if you all know this, but the Xbox One X, they can take direct games from PC and just load them on there, no problem. So maybe we'll get some more real-time strategy games. So at least that's what I hope. So what is my PSN? I got to look it up. I said, I'm not. I'll probably have to reset it actually. So this is to play certain game. Oh, okay, cool. Like I said, Sean Layden, it's on Google. He said, as far as it, I think he said it 2 days ago. So yeah, according to Phil Spencer, Microsoft's AAAs ain't gonna release for 2 to 3 years. Now I think he's just being a little bit facetious, but I hope he's wrong. I hope he's wrong. So as an Xbox fan, I hope he's wrong. So yeah, Sean confirmed. Yeah. Oh, the link. Yeah. All right. So Savage Uger, shout out to him. He put that link in there, Audio Flicks. Just flip up and it'll be there. So our handicap versions of PC. Yeah. Well, I mean, they're paying for the ease of the ecosystem and not having to upgrade. And I mean, again, I'm new to PC gaming all over again. I used to be a PC gamer back in the from 84 to about 92 is when I was on PC. So, okay, that's fine. So yeah, message me on Twitter. Yay, I can use my Twitter today. So yeah, but yeah, I'm supposed to be taking a trip to New York. I'm going to that Times Square again. Going to get me a hot dog. I'm going to take my pet rock. We're going to go on a tour. So I thought that I thought Xbox X was running a version of Windows, but I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not going to get one, but let's have to wait and see. You know, my Xbox One S, there's nothing wrong with my Xbox One S. So, you know, that's just, yeah, Forza did look amazing. You got to give a tip of the hat. Forza is one of the best looking racing games I've ever seen. So, you know, let's just give them a shout out. So, and you tip your hat, you move on, you keep it moving. There's no reason to argue on what's good and what's bad. So, yeah, it has these fanboys convinced. It's not that it's 30 on a console. I agree with him on that. So, yeah, I mean, again, whatever that guy says is going to be accepted by the fanboys. So, my thing on Twitter, it's I didn't put it in the description, did I? It's Craig Harris at Craig Harris 456. It's Twitter. So I believe that's what it is. Yeah, let me put it down here. So that's my Twitter. So yeah, they're in desperate situation. Well, again, remember Phil Spencer said this is going to be the best place to play your multi-plat games. That's what he said. So, and that's what they aim for. Now, so far, it's been a mixed bag. So you know, that's just what, you know, because I mean, I don't have an issue with the games that they showed. It's just because they're showing a brand new console. For some people, them having a brand new console is enough. Let me make that clear. For me, it's not. I needed to see some AAA, not even AAA games, just some games. You know, I don't care if it's AAA or AA, our first party, but it is what it is. So, yeah, Gran Turismo, facts. Yeah, I do like Gran Turismo as well. I just don't like the fact that your car doesn't take damage. So that's just me, though. That's just me. But really quick, let me just go over this again. Microsoft's Ultra 4K HD they include dynamic, checkerboard, and native in that, which is exactly what I said they were going to do because 2160p is 2160p. You know, the HDR, if you're going to get a 4K TV, guys, HDR 10 is minimum. And if you go to Walmart to try to buy it, they won't know what the fuck you're talking about. So you got to do the research yourself. And then if they carry that TV at Walmart, you can just go buy that TV. You know, just so you know. So the people at Walmart don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, they are just going to give you, if you say, I got a question about a TV, they will just say, oh, the TVs are over there. If you ask them certain questions, they got to go get somebody else. Just, you know, dumbasses. So, you know, oh, no, I do. Yeah, I do watch my Phil Spencer interview or Uncle Phil, that's what they call him. Yeah, I watch him. So remember when Microsoft says Ultra 4K, it could be sparse, it could be dynamic, it could be checkerboard or native. That's just what they're doing. So and again, they don't legally. They're telling you the interpolation numbers. So legally, they can do that. They're being wordsmiths. So HDR10 is the standard that you want to go shoot for. Both the Xbox One S and the PlayStation Pro and the PlayStation OG do that. So, well, damn. I wish somebody would buy me a KS8000 TV. Nah, those are good TVs. So shout out to everybody that's got a Samsung TV, because I got a Samsung TV, but it's the entry level model. It was good for me. It's good for me. It does what it needs to do. That's what I was looking for. Xbox Enhanced is an upgrade manual by the developer. And what I just read you, and then I'm going to read you this is all from Windows Central. So this is a direct second line from Microsoft. All this comes from Microsoft. So 3840 by 2160 is native. I think we all know that by now. But that's going to give you the highest and clearest version of your game, our best picture, but it's more taxing on the hardware. So, so that's just the way that is. Checkerboarding emulates or clones 4K by sticking the pixels into the other spots. It reduces the tax on the hardware, and it allows for more resources to go into the enhancement without the extra sacrifice of the power, which is really good. That's really good. And ultimately, dynamic resolution, that drops resolution for frame rate. So, that's just the way it is. So, yeah, I like Samsung too. I prefer a Sony TV, but they're just too goddamn expensive. They're nuts. They've got a TV at Best Buy. It's still it's still $625 for that TV, and it's 2 years old. It's a Sony TV. Damn shit should have been under $499 by now. So, the best place to play multi-plat. Well, yeah, you get more. Well, excuse me. Destiny 2 and then the Batman thing, that's content. So if you're a content guy, yeah, that's where you go. So if you're a graphics guy, I guess you get an Xbox One X. So that's fine too. They're both fine. So that's just the way it is. So Sony way too much. Yeah, it was for me, especially when Samsung's sitting there doing the same damn thing. So, but Sony's TVs are really good. That 900E, oh my goodness. Yeah, oh my goodness. So, yeah, you'll buy the Xbox X or Pro if you're hardcore. Again, that's fine, but the hardcore we don't like what we're doing. Me talking to you all, we know this stuff. The average person don't know this, okay? Now, they may come to this channel to listen. That's fine, but we got to be aware of that's just the way it's going to be. So, yeah, the 930E is good as well. Yeah, any TV that's got the backlit LED versus the edge lit, that's what you want. So, not trying to be a sweaty here, but yeah, you want that backlit. So making a video. Yeah, I am going to make a video of me building the PC. Yeah, it's going to take time to get the parts. So, and again, the most expensive parts are coming up. So that's going to take me the longest to get. But yeah, he's leaving the Xbox, getting the PS4 Pro. Yeah, just get a Slim. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Hey, Mark, if he don't have a 4K TV, that's the best thing to do. That's what I would suggest. So, because the Xbox One S and ultimately the new Xbox coming out, you have got to have a UHD TV to play it in all its glory, to enjoy it. It's just the way they've got the technology designed. So, which is fine, but that's just what Microsoft did. So, but yeah, so shout out to the 30 people that are watching. I do appreciate it. So, but yeah, Sony's ecosystem right now, they got more games. Now that will change when Microsoft gets the more backwards compatible stuff. They will include that as well. So that's just the way it's going to be. I've got the shout out to Kratos. I've got the R9256 GPU, but I need a huge power source for it. That's what Savage Yuger was saying. So that's going to be the most expensive thing is the power source. So the Ryzen Vega chip, after I get my motherboard, that's going to be the next thing I get is the CPU. So, you know, that's if it supports it. But I got an ATX something. I can't remember the name of it coming. So, but it is what it is. It'll take me time. Yeah, once I get the PC built, I'll be playing Star Citizen. So that's I'll be getting the joystick and all that stuff. So there's actually a PC program on Star Citizen. Somebody was playing it, and it's voice activated. I ain't never seen anything like that before. So PS5 when it comes out, I believe will be 8 to 10 T-flops, 16 gigs of RAM. I think it'll have an SSD drive on it. That's just, again, that's what I think. There's nothing out that said it's going to be. So, you know. But, guys, that's it. I'm going to start closing it down because I started streaming 2 hours ago, and I'm going to go eat lunch. So, but I appreciate you all being here. Like I said, I'm going to do I'm going to watch the Lost Legacy demo today at 4 o'clock Eastern. Then I'll do a quick one after that. So if anybody wants to jump in and talk about that game, that's fine because that's news. So but that's everybody in the chat. So that includes you, Titanfall Princess. If you're out there still, please jump in. So my bad, I'm back. Okay. Well, yeah, you're good. If you watch the, I don't know if you're going to be busy this afternoon, Princess, but if you watch the Uncharted Legacy, after that's done and they talk about it, I'm going to jump on and do a podcast. So, you know, and if you want to join, that's fine. So yeah, that'll be, yeah. My voice. Yeah, well, thank you, Savage. I appreciate it. Man, Savage Uger, bro, I'll be forgetting stuff, and he just knows it, man. That's young genes for you. Young genes. So, yeah, Titanfall Princess is a cool person. So everybody, you know, keep it respectful. So, oh, okay, I will. I sure will, Princess. Yeah. It'll be I'm just gonna assume it's gonna be after 5 o'clock. So but yeah, that's about it, guys. Let me run out here and get something called lunch. So but I appreciate you guys. Yeah, Rand Outdoors, cool people. I'm trying to get him over here too. So matter of fact, I may try to see. Well, I think he's doing something tonight. So, all right, then, guys, that's about it. But again, like I said, Uncharted demos today. We now understand what Microsoft's doing with their wordsmithing. So now you all are informed as consumers. And so if you see Jack Reacher trying to bullshit you, you can call him out if you want. So, but it is what it is. So let me give a shout out here to J-Dub and Princess and Supersonic Wolf and Reunion K. You know, yeah, Rand Outdoors getting ripped now because they're saying he's a pony because he liked The Last of Us. Well, who doesn't like The Last of Us? And the same thing that happened to him happened to everybody else. The characters on The Last of Us, are phenomenal. They are just fun, absolute fun. And one more thing about The Last of Us, Naughty Dog could have done the cheap thing, and that is let Ellie do the exact same thing that Joel could do, but they changed the physicality, the physics of the game changed when you use her. She can't do that same stuff. So it's just, it is what it is. So, and that means that they pay really good attention to what's going on. So, you know, it is what it is. So yeah, everyone loves The Last of Us. The game again itself, and like Randy Outdoors said, and go to his video, he reviewed it. The scene with the giraffes, and everybody knows what I'm talking about. So slight spoiler alert. There's a scene with giraffes, and it just feels like all the death, all the shit that you're going through in that game, and that you've gone through, and that is about to come up. There's just a scene where you get to take a break and just go, you know, and it's just like it's an oasis in the desert of what you're going through. And believe you me, you're going through hell in that game. You're going through hell. But anyway, guys, like I said, I'll be back later on this evening. So yeah, it's just the way it is. Everybody likes The Last of Us. So It's the way it is, guys. And The Last of Us 2 will probably be off the chain too. So, but that's it, guys. I'm getting out of here. I do appreciate you joining me. There's the black man in the green chair. Gonna go eat lunch. Peace.